Converting between tuples and lists. In this lesson, we will learn how to convert between tuples and lists in Python. This may look simple, but it is an important concept for beginners. Sometimes you may start with a tuple, but later you need the flexibility of a list. Or the other way around, you might need the safety of a tuple instead of a list. By the end of this lesson, you will know exactly how to switch between tuples and lists with clear examples. Here is a quick reminder of tuples and lists. Before we begin with conversions, let us review what these two data types are. A list in Python uses square brackets like this. Fruits, list of fruits in square bracket. Lists are mutable. That means you can add, remove, or change items. A tuple uses round brackets known as parentheses, like this. Numbers in parentheses 1, 2, 3. Tuples are immutable. Once created, you cannot change the items inside. So when you need flexibility, you use a list. When you need fixed values that will not change, you use a tuple. Converting a tuple to a list. Sometimes you need to turn a tuple into a list so you can edit it. For example, my tuple, red, green, and blue. My list has the tuple name into this list function to convert the tuple into list, then print my list. Here we started with a tuple containing 3 colors. By passing my tuple into the list function, Python creates a new list with the same items. If you print it, you will see red, green, and blue in square bracket. Now that it is a list, we can modify it. For example, we can append a new color yellow into my list using .append method. Here we added yellow to the list. This is possible because lists allow changes while tuples do not. Next, let's see converting a list to a tuple. What if you want to prevent changes to your data? You can convert a list into a tuple. For example, here I have a list of animals: cat, dog, parrot. Then convert this list into tuple by passing list name into tuple function. Then print my tuple. We begin with a list of animals. By using tuple function, we turned the list into a tuple. When we print it out, the result is cat, dog, parrot in parentheses. Since it is now a tuple, no items can be added or removed in the tuple. Let's see a real-world example. Imagine you are storing student names: Asibeh, Marta, Ruth. Here, the student names are inside a tuple. Later, you may want to allow new students to join. Since a tuple cannot change, you convert it into a list. Then, a student's list, pass a student's tuple name into list function. Now the tuple is converted into list called student's list. Now we can add new student name into the student's list using append method. When you printed out a student's list, you can see the list of student names. Now we added Leah successfully. But once the semester begins and no more students can join, you may want to log the data again. That is when you convert back into a tuple. A student's tuple, then pass a student's list into tuple function to convert it into tuple. And when you print out the student's tuple again, you can see student's name in a tuple. Now the names are stored as a tuple. This makes the data safe from accidental changes. Here is what we have covered in this lesson. We use list function to turn a tuple into a list. We use tuple function to turn a list into a tuple. And choose lists when you need flexibility. Choose tuples when you want immutability. That's the complete guide to converting between tuples and lists in Python. Practice these conversions because they are very useful in real-world projects. Thank you for watching and see you in the next lesson.